I found this dress at Marshall's and I absolutely love the fabric. It's so comfy and stretchy and it has pockets. But as you can see, the straps are too droopy. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix a droopy strap like this so that it lays nice and tight like it does on this side. So let's go. I'm going to show you two different ways to shorten your straps. One is by hand and the other is if you have a sewing machine. And you just need a few simple supplies. You need a seam ripper, scissors, a needle if you're sewing by hand, some pins, and matching thread. I'm actually going to use a red thread which doesn't match, but that way you'll be able to see the hand sewing that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to show you a couple of ways that the straps might be attached to your top or your dress, so hopefully you can figure out how to detach it fairly easily. For this jumpsuit, I guess it's called, the straps are sewn on to the top edge of the back panel, and they're also attached at the front. But we're going to leave the front intact, and what we want to do is detach it from the back. So you'd get your seam ripper and you would want to get in between the strap and the dress, and you want to carefully take out those stitches, okay? I'm not going to do it on this one because this pantsuit has adjustable straps and it fits me fine, but you basically would want to just carefully get in between there and cut away any stitches. You can also see them a little bit better here on the back. So you'd want to get underneath those stitches and you'd want to rip them with your seam ripper. But be careful not to rip your fabric. All right, this is another way that straps are attached, and I'm sorry it's so dark. Let's see if this makes it a little bit easier. I actually made this dress. It's a super fun summer dress. And in this style, the straps are actually down in between two layers of fabric. So there is no clear spot to just simply remove that strap. So in this case, what you want to do is you want to seam rip, maybe like a 1/2 centimeter away, and then all across the strap, and then a 1/2 centimeter on the other side. And if you can't see any stitches on the outside, you just want to get in that little seam, in that crease with your seam ripper and just carefully get up under the thread. And again, I'm sorry, this is really hard to see, but the strap in this case is in between two layers. So we need to get those two layers opened up. And now back to the dress that I actually need to fix. I've turned it wrong side out. And what I want to do is get in between the back panel of the dress and the straps, okay? And I've actually already adjusted these straps, but that's okay. I'm going to show you how to do it. So I know it's kind of hard to see, but you just want to pull on the two fabrics. So you want to pull on your strap and pull on your dress so that you can find those stitches. And then just take your time, put on a good show or a good podcast in the background, and just take your time and find those individual stitches that are keeping your strap onto your dress, and then just rip them. And you want to do it carefully because obviously you don't want to rip your strap and you don't want to rip your dress. So I'm just going to keep working and then I'll show you what to do next. And as I'm seam ripping, I see that this strap, I sewed it on with 2 rows of stitches, and you might find that on your top or your dress that you actually have to take out 2 rows of stitches to fully separate them. So just go ahead and do that. All right, so the strap is fully detached from the dress here. And I took a minute and I just kind of pulled away any of the little loose threads. Oh, I guess I missed a few here. So you can kind of tidy it up. And now the next thing to do is to try it on and get a sense for where you want your strap to end. So how much shorter you want to make it. So I'm going to go ahead and try this on and I'll show you what to do next to reattach. Okay, I have my dress tried on now. If you can get someone to help you with this part, that will make this a little bit easier, but you can definitely do it by yourself. So this is the strap that I have separated. I'm going to grab a pin and I am going to reach around with my arm and kind of get a sense for where on the back I want my strap to touch the dress, okay? So I'm kind of feeling around and adjusting in the front, and it feels like this is probably a good spot right here. So once you've figured out that spot on the back, you can ask your helper to safety pin the strap onto the dress, or you can just take your pin and grab the spot on your strap that's touching your dress. So I've got it grabbed here in my hand, and I'm just going to hold on to it, and then I'm going to do a little weird movement here and put a pin in the spot where I want my strap to touch my dress, okay? And now that I have a pin here, I can take this off and put on regular clothes and show you how to reattach. All right, I've got the dress wrong side out again, and that's where I put the pin. So this is where I want the strap to touch the top edge of this dress. And another thing that I'm going to do is, instead of reattaching the strap near the side seam over here, I'm actually moving it towards the center. And that's also going to help the strap not fall off as easily. So on the other side, I already moved the strap right up next to the little tag, which is centered on the back. I'm just using the tag as my reference point for the center, but if you don't have a tag, you can just measure from the side seam and to keep the adjustment the same, so to keep it symmetrical. You could use the side seam and then measure over to figure out where you want to put your strap. Or if you've got a tag that's pretty much in the middle, you can just use the tag as your reference point. Now, one thing that you should do before you actually start sewing is go ahead and safety pin the strap. If someone didn't safety pin the strap for you, I would safety pin the strap right now and then go try your dress on again to make sure you're happy with it. I'm actually modifying the strap a little bit from where the pin is based on how I did this other side, which I know fits me really nicely. So I'm actually going to be adjusting this and making it just even a little bit shorter. And now when I go to cut, I'm going to leave about a 1/2 inch of fabric to fold under so that there isn't an exposed raw edge. So I'm just going to get my scissors and lay this out and try to cut fairly straight across my strap. Here we go. All right. And then this is the part that's going to get folded under. If you want to, you can iron. If you don't have an iron, you don't have to iron. If you're working with a strap like this, which is kind of ruffly and floofy and wrinkly, you don't need to iron it. So I'm just going to fold it and pin it onto my dress. And once it's pinned, you want to flip it over and make sure that there's no raw edge that will be visible on the outside of your dress. And I'm actually going to tuck it just a little bit right there. I'm going to fix that little spot. And then we can sew. Okay, looks pretty good. The first way I'm going to show you how to fix this is by hand in case you don't have a sewing machine. So you're going to need your needle and thread. And again, I'm using a contrasting thread so that you can see what I'm doing. And I am going to thread my needle with the thread, and then I'm going to bring the two ends together and tie them in a knot here at the end. There's my little knot. And the way I'm going to attach this is with a simple back stitch, which is strong and should work well. And the smaller your stitches, the less noticeable they will be. Now, in this case, I'm using a red thread, so it's going to be noticeable. But let me zoom in so you can see what a back stitch looks like. I'll just show you a handful of those stitches. So obviously I want to start on the inside of the dress so that the knot is on the inside of the dress. And I'm going to start, you can kind of peek through, make sure you're getting both your layers of strap. And I'm just going to push through to the front. Watch out for those pins. Okay, so now my thread is on the front, and then I'm going to sew back towards the beginning of the strap. And again, the smaller my stitch, the less noticeable it will be. Oops. This thread's getting a little tangly. Okay, so there's my first stitch. So even in red, it doesn't show up very much. It's pretty small, but I think it would be noticeable if I did it the whole way across in red. Okay, so my first stitch, I'm going to now go ahead past my knot, about 1 stitch length past my knot from the inside to the outside. Pull my needle all the way through and then sew back to where my first stitch ends. So I'm kind of like touching them together. And then again, I'm going to go push it all the way back to the inside. So that's why it's called a back stitch, because you push from the inside to the outside and then you go back to touch your previous stitch. So again, I'm going to put the needle about 1 stitch length away from where I came out and pull the thread all the way through. Not sure why this thread is so tangly. Maybe somebody knows. Okay, you can leave me a comment if you know why my thread is so tangly. Okay, and then I'm going to go back and touch where that first stitch, where that most recent stitch ended. And again, I'm trying to sew my stitches small and straight. So if you're doing this by hand, just keep going all the way across and tie a knot when you get to the other end of your strap. And hopefully you've got a nice blending thread for your top. And next I'm going to show you how to do this on the machine. All right, I'm at my machine and I have a thread that I think is going to blend just fine in my top spool. I have a different thread in the bottom spool just because that's what I have right now, but no one's going to see the bottom spool. And I'm going to do a little back stitch at the beginning and at the end. And I'm also going to take these pins out as I go. And I'm going to actually pull on this fabric a little bit because it's a stretchy fabric. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just going to go and pull out those pins before I get there. And here's another one. And I'm sewing it this way so I can make sure that there's no raw edge showing as I sew. And if I sewed it the other way, I wouldn't be able to see the raw edge. All right. And this strap has this like elasticy stuff on it, so it's a little bit bulky, but I got over it. And then a little back stitch, and it's done. Because of this folded edge, I'm going to actually sew a second row of stitches near the top of the fabric so that that folded edge is really kind of trapped in between these layers. So I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. I'm going to do a little back stitch at the beginning, and then just sew straight down close to that top edge of the dress so that none of that folded raw edge will pop out or pop through. Just a little bit further here, and then one more little back stitch. And it's done. I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up here. Obviously, I need to trim off these loose threads, but as you can see, those stitches are not very visible on the outside. You can see them on the inside because I used a lighter thread, but I'd say that's pretty incognito. Ta-da! It's done. They're fixed. They're not going anywhere. I can go dance and boogie and hang out all night in this dress. I'll show you the back. Back is looking good too. And I hope this helps you get your top or dress or pantsuit or jumpsuit back in action. And if you made it this far, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up.